Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'll be making pumpkin soup. Pumpkin soup, it's like a tradition we have every year. During slavery, the slave could not eat pumpkins, so after they get their independence, there was cooking soup, everybody was eating, and since every January we all have pumpkin soup. For my pumpkin, when you are cutting the pumpkin, cut it in the middle, because I want everybody to see how to to clean and peel. The pumpkin is very hard to cut, but I do it in small pieces so it could be easier for me. Or you could clean it and cut it the way would you like. The way would you know it's easy for you, but that's the way it's easy for me. I cut in chunks like this, so it could be so easy for me to get the skin off, because the skin is very hard to take off. So like this. Okay, I'm gonna cook the pumpkin. I already washed it and I'm placing it in the pressure cooker. Let's see if you guys could see it right here. I'm gonna let it cook for like see. Let me add the water. See, that's how much water I add, not too much, because when you have a pressure cooker, it doesn't really burn or anything. It's just perfect. All the steam cook the whatever you're cooking. Let me plug. Then I'm gonna use beef stew. I use beef stew almost for everything, because I like it's supposed to be really moist, like when you could just like take a spoon and then just mash it, because you want it mashed. Oh, let me restart it. This pressure cooker, if you take too long when you set out the time, doesn't give me a time to like to minus it. I want to minus it halfway. Okay, good. Now it says 30. I'm gonna just give it a 15 minutes. That's it. 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, everybody. I told you guys I was gonna show you how I cut my meat in cubes. That's how I cut it. Just like that. I remove the fat like this, just like that, and then I cut like this. I got another one. I'm gonna show you. I already removed all the fat, so this part is done. Let me remove and get the other one so you guys could see, just like that. Okay, this one is so clean, like this. So when you see the meat in the store with they cut it, I always like to cut it myself, just like that. The reason I cut this one big, because this one is not, it's not a hard it's not gonna be like tough. It's not a tough meat. It looks like the baby cow, so I cut it in big, so just like that. I hope you guys could see it, just like that. Now I got my lime juice, my lime, so I'm gonna put lime juice all over it to wash it. This needs to be washed. We wash our meat with lime juice. With lime. Because a lot of hands touching it, you don't know if it's got bacteria and things. That's how we always wash our meat. Just like that. Because I remember when I make the legume, I didn't show you guys how I wash it. So that's how I wash my meat, just like that. Just like that. I'm gonna add a little bit of lime juice. Wash, wash, wash. Okay, that's how I wash my meat. So I'm gonna rinse it and come back and show you how I'm gonna like seasoning it. Okay, I'm back. Now I wash it. As you can see, let me drain the water a little bit. We don't want water like this. So that's my lime juice. Remember the 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna add it right here in the corner. In the corner. In the corner. So now I had some salt. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, just a little bit, because it's soup, it needs salt. We don't eat too much salt. And then I'm gonna take half of the dry ingredient. Half. About a tablespoon. Remember it was 2 tablespoons. And this one, just a tiny bit. I don't want a lot. The dry garlic powder. The chicken bouillon. My spice, I'm gonna use half. Half I'm gonna use. And then I'm gonna mix. Mix, mix, mix. Just like that. Mix, mix, mix. Just like that. I'm gonna add also the garlic. Remember the garlic I blend? I'm gonna add it right now. And then I'm gonna let it rest for 20 minutes. This is my marinated meat. That's how I, with garlic. I leave a little chunks because it's gonna give it a nice taste when it's cooking. It's wonderful. Okay, let rest for 20 minutes. Okay, the pumpkin is ready. I'm gonna remove it. I'll show everybody how it looks like when it's cooked. Oh, so see, I'm gonna let it cool off because I'm gonna blend it. with the blender, you blend it, it's gonna make like a puree. But not now. I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, everybody. Now my meat had like 20 minutes or more. I think it's over 25. Yeah. I'm putting it in the slow cooker. Everything. I was holding because it was still hot. I was holding it with the rags, with the kitchen rag, the side. Now you need to adjust it so they could end the same. Okay, now I'm gonna add half of my onions because you want it to start getting flavor while it's cooking. And this is for the soup. Okay, let me see if you guys could see it. You guys could see it. How pretty. Okay. Close it. Like everything clean. Now I'm gonna put it in beef stew, meat tender, so it could be tender. I put it in meat stew. It's gonna be like for 30 minutes. It's depend if you don't have like a slow cooker, you could cook your meat until it get tender. But me, I like the slow cooker because you don't have to add any water. All your flavors stay. It doesn't wash away. That's the beauty of slow cooker. All the flavors stay. You don't need to add any water. It's just like the steam gonna cook it and it's not gonna burn away anything. That's why I love slow cooker. Okay, it's time to cut the vegetable. Let me see if I got the... Alright. Yeah, it's time to cut. This is the leek. I'm gonna cut it. I don't want this part. I'm gonna take it. It's just me. I just don't want it. Get a better knife for this. This one is so sharp. Yeah, see? It's very sharp. Like this. Like just like that. Put it here. Like this. Or you could just hold it like that to make it faster. Just like that. It's gonna be faster. Done. Now this one is beautiful. I like to use them. It's pretty. And all my food, when you see me start cutting, that means they already washed. I wash them and then cut. This is my other, that's the tuna, my other vegetable. Cutting like this, cutting like this, just like that. just like this. I'm cutting. You want it like that. This is my turnips. I'm cutting just like that. This is my turnips. All my vegetables already washed. I'm just cutting, pick out, and just like this, just like that, just like this. Okay, this is my potato, just like that, half. The one that's smaller, I leave it a whole. That's my potato, cut in half. Cut in half. They're all already washed. Cut in half. Like this. One more turnips. This is a baby one. I love it. It's not hard at all. I have my son. I don't like this little thing here. I remove, put it there, just like that. And now the carrots. Here's my carrots. Just like that. Cut your carrot. I got the big carrots because I love to see them in the soup. It's so pretty when you're watching them. I like baby carrots in soup. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Oops. Let me get it. Just like that. I got one more carrot. Like this little part here. Just like that. Just like that. And then I'm cutting my leaves now. Just like that. Just like that. Remember earlier, this is the colancho. This is it. This is it. It's my grandchildren, they are playing. So I'm letting making soup for them. They love soup, so they're excited. They love it too. They're so excited. They're laughing and happy. They love that soup. Usually they say kids doesn't like soup. They love this soup because it's for the noodles and everything. They love it. So they get a little bit of excitement. They hear me making it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So we're gonna start boiling our vegetables. So I have half of that pot with water. Then I'm gonna put my stove on high. It's on high now, my burner. Then I'm adding all my dry ingredients. Everything. That's the salt. About a tablespoon. And then my spice. I'm adding my green onions. I mean green pepper and onions. Oh, it's been a long day. So I have my green pepper and my onions there. I'm gonna add my chicken bouillon. I'm adding my chicken bouillon. Now I'm gonna cover so it could get boiled. When it gets boiled, that's when I'm gonna start adding my vegetable. Okay, the water is boiling. I'm gonna remove the cover. I already put it down. I put it down. Now I'm gonna add my vegetable. After I put all the vegetable, I'm gonna put it back on high. Gotta watch it with that when you put it so it doesn't go all over. I'm adding all my vegetables. Now it starts getting full, so you won't see any like a little flashing. It's my vegetable. Just be careful when you're first putting it in, because when there's nothing in the pots, it's got a lot of space so the water don't flash on you. Okay, now I'm gonna add the rest. The radish. I'm adding the rest of my vegetable I had earlier. This is my cabbage. After it boils, everything gonna come down. I put it a little bit. I'm gonna put it on medium high, not high, but on medium high. Cover it back. Let it cook for like 20 minutes. Okay guys, I'm adding my garlic. Remember the garlic with the olive oil? I'm adding it now. And I'm also adding my lime juice. And I'm adding my noodles. And I'm gonna let it cook the noodles until it's cooked. Then I'll add the pumpkin puree. I already blended. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, I'm gonna add the pumpkin puree now. I blended earlier. This is the pumpkin puree. And the little ones are waiting for it. They are so excited. They're talking. They want the soup. He wants the soup. This is the puree. I'm adding everything. This is pumpkin soup. Yes, your soup should start looking like this. Like that. Then you get the juice. So you could get the rest of the pumpkin because you know it's thick. It's very thick. It's very thick. They play, they're happy, and they want food. One of them is coming now. They're excited. Now, remember the package of the mix of the pumpkin. I'm gonna add it right now. I'm adding it now. I'm adding it right now. I just cut the pan. It's got little noodles too, you could tell. It's just so good. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, remember the thyme and the parsley I have it next to the stove. I'm gonna tie it. See, this is how it looks. I'm gonna tie it right now. I like to show you how I did it the last time. When I make the legume, I didn't tie it, so everybody, that's how I tie it. Like this. Then you just get this one. It's really tight. Then this is how it is. Now I'm gonna let it cook about 10 minutes and then I'm gonna add the meat. That's when it's gonna be ready. You add your meat just about when it's ready, so all the flavor could stay in. You don't want your meat to feel like there's no flavor to it. Okay guys, now I'm adding the juice, not the meat. I already take off all the meat. I'm gonna add the juice from the meat, from the pressure cooker. Now I'm gonna let it cook slowly. slowly. I could add that to start flavor. Okay, I'll add the rest. You won't hurt it. The meat is not there. I'm gonna let the water reduce a little bit and then add the meat. This is just the water from the pressure cooker cooking the meat. I didn't add any water, but the juice gonna make a nice flavor. Let me taste. It's wonderful. I'm not gonna add any butter because one of the kids are allergic to butter, but usually when it's just me and my daughter, I add butter, but today I'm not. Covering it, and I will come back when the water reduces a little bit. Now I'm gonna add the meat. This is my beef. That's my grandson. Oh, he's such a cutie. He's waiting for the soup. He loves the soup. So when it's get thick, I'm just gonna let it stay like for 5 more minutes to get a little bit thick, just a little bit thick. That's when you add your meat when it's finished. Oh, it is almost finished. Almost. Okay, I have my daughter here with me. What do you think about the soup?
Oh, Mommy, you're working so hard. It smells amazing.
I'm glad. The kids gonna eat soon. I know they cannot wait to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
You see all the veggie?
Yeah, especially Zusha.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, everybody, this is how it came out. Came out wonderful. This is how it looks like. This is our soup joumou. Look, our soup joumou. Our soup joumou. Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'll be making pumpkin soup. Pumpkin soup, it's like a tradition we have every year. During slavery, the slave could not eat pumpkins, so after they get their independence, there was cooking soup, everybody was eating, and since every January we all have pumpkin soup. So in my language it's called soup joumou. So the ingredients we need for today is beef, and you could cut it in cubes, or if you prefer buying cubes, but I like to buy it fresh and then I cut it myself. So we're gonna need pumpkin right here, and I'll show you how to clean it. And we're gonna need cabbage. This is cabbage. The cabbage, I just left one piece so everybody could see. It's like this. So what you do, you go halfway like this. That's it. So but all this already cut. Let me put it at the side. And the next one, potato, carrots, also I'm gonna cut, and turnips. This is really good in soup. It give it a nice and good flavor. And also radish, leeks. This one, it's 2 package. I opened 1 package so I could show everybody how it looks like. It smells so good. see this little leaves? It's called culantro. It's good in soup. It's so good. Also, we need onion, green pepper. Also, we need celery. We need parsley and thyme. I'm gonna show later because everybody was asking me, how did you tie your all of them together like this, both of them together like this? They don't know how to tie it. I'm gonna show you later. We need mayonnaise. I'm gonna be using for the soup and to marinate the meat. This is like a garlic with olive oil. I blend in the blender. I'm gonna use half for the meat and half for my soup because a lot of people cook their meat together with the soup. I like to cook everything separate just when it's about done, so I could still have the meat flavor, all the goodness, all the flavor stay in the meat so it doesn't wash away. And I'm gonna need 3 chicken bouillon. I'm gonna need lime juice. I have 2 and you're gonna see why. One is for the meat. This is 2 tablespoons and this is 3 tablespoons. My dry ingredients is this is complete seasoning, adobo, paprika, and then this is garlic. The garlic I use only 1 teaspoon and the others are tablespoon. I put it, but most of the people don't, but it gives it a nice flavor. I put pumpkin soup mix. It's very good. You could buy it in any Spanish store. And also, this is my Caribbean's macaroni. I'm gonna cut later on and put it in the soup when it's almost done. This is the best one to use. You will find everything I show you here in the Spanish store. And for everybody who did not know how the thing calls, this is how it calls, the culantro. You will find it in the freezer and brown meat everywhere that it's got a Spanish store. So we're gonna start soon.